Welcome to Explain Simply channel, where complex topics become crystal clear and easy to understand.
Imagine waking up one morning and discovering that your favorite smartphone just became twice as expensive. Your medication costs doubled overnight. Even your kitchen cabinets now cost 50% more. Welcome to 2025, where tariffs have turned into America's favorite and most controversial economic weapon. So what exactly are tariffs? Simply put, a tariff is a tax that governments charge on products crossing their borders. Think of it like an entry fee. Every time a foreign product tries to enter the country, the government says, "Not so fast. Pay up first." In October 2025, the United States is experiencing the most aggressive tariff policy in over a century. President Trump has raised the average U.S. tariff rate from 2.5% in January to nearly 18% by September. That's the highest it's been in more than 100 years. And it's not stopping there. On October 1st, 2025, brand new tariffs kicked in. Imported pharmaceuticals, the branded or patented kind, now face a shocking 100% tariff. That means if a medication used to cost $100, it now costs $200 for importers. Kitchen cabinets? Hit with a 50% tariff. Upholstered furniture? 30%. Heavy trucks? 25%. Even semiconductors, the tiny chips that power everything from your phone to your car, are being slapped with 100% tariffs. But here's where it gets interesting. Trump added a loophole. If your company is actively building a manufacturing plant in the United States, meaning construction has started or ground has been broken, you're exempt from the tariffs. This is Trump's way of forcing companies to move production back to America. The tariff strategy has been applied broadly across nearly all U.S. trading partners. Steel and aluminum tariffs were raised to 50%, automobiles face 25% tariffs, and more than 50 countries have been hit with country-specific reciprocal tariffs that vary from 10% to over 40% depending on the nation. Now let's talk about why governments even use tariffs. There are several reasons, and not all of them make economic sense. First, protecting local industries. If foreign products are cheaper, domestic companies can't compete. Tariffs artificially raise the price of foreign goods, making local products look more attractive. Sounds great, right? Except consumers end up paying more for everything, and without competition, local companies have less incentive to innovate or improve quality. Second, generating revenue. By September 2025, U.S. tariff revenue exceeded $30 billion per month, compared to under $10 billion per month in 2024. That's a massive increase. But here's the catch. That money doesn't come from foreign countries. It comes from American businesses and consumers who pay higher prices. Third, political leverage. Tariffs can be used as bargaining chips in negotiations. Lower your tariffs, or we'll raise ours. It's economic blackmail dressed up as diplomacy. And fourth, retaliation. When one country imposes tariffs, others fire back. Canada announced retaliatory 25% tariffs on U.S. vehicles in April 2025. The European Union threatened counter-tariffs on American goods. This spirals into what economists call a trade war, where everyone loses but nobody wants to back down first. So what actually happens when tariffs are imposed? Let's look at real consequences from 2025. When Trump announced the 100% pharmaceutical tariff on September 26th, stock markets immediately reacted. Swiss drug makers Novartis and Roche dropped about 1.2%. German companies Merck and Bayer fell 1 to 1.5%. Japanese pharmaceutical companies saw losses of up to 3.5%. Investors understood what was coming. Higher costs, supply chain disruptions, and ultimately higher prices for patients. Small businesses are hit hardest. Large corporations like Johnson & Johnson can absorb tariff costs or build new factories. J&J announced a $55 billion investment in U.S. manufacturing over 4 years. But what about the small pharmacy importing specialty medications? Or the furniture store bringing in affordable cabinets? They don't have billions to build factories. Many will simply go out of business. Health experts warn that pharmaceutical tariffs could disrupt the drug supply chain, drive up costs, and potentially worsen medication shortages already plaguing the nation. When prices rise, people delay buying. When people stop buying, businesses suffer. When businesses suffer, they lay off workers. The tariff meant to protect American jobs ends up destroying them. Economic analysts estimate that Trump's tariffs amount to an average tax increase of nearly $1,300 per U.S. household in 2025. That's $1,300 less in your pocket. Not because of income tax, but because everything you buy costs more. The Liberation Day tariffs in April 2025 triggered a massive stock market crash. The S&P 500 fell 4.88% in a single day, and the Nasdaq dropped 5.97%. The largest point loss in its history. Here's the truth. Tariffs are supposed to make domestic industries stronger and create jobs. But in reality, they usually just make life more expensive for everyone. They're taxes in disguise, and unlike income taxes that pay for roads and schools, tariff money often gets wasted in economic chaos. The next time a politician promises that tariffs will fix the economy, remember October 2025. Remember the stock market crashes, the supply chain disruptions, the doubled medication costs.
Tariff RNT Magic Solution.
They're blunt instruments that often cause more problems than they solve. And that's the real cost of a trade war. Everyone pays.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss our next video.